Instructor, winner of the Ratoath Pharmacy Ladies National Handicap Chase, and Claude Ryan Graham making the presentation, and Anthony and Ollie, her kids as well in our picture. Now, Matt Mitchell has come to join me. Matt is the Supremo of Tattersalls Ireland, who sell their horses here at Fairyhouse across the road. And Matt, I want to talk to you about Breeze Ups, actually, because last autumn you merged with Gores Bridge, who of course have this Breeze Up down in Gores Bridge. It's going to be held here in Fairyhouse, and it's going to be held here next month. Correct, Robert. Yeah, 23rd and 24th we'll breeze here on the 23rd of May, and we'll sail across the road on the 24th of May. Gores Bridge has been a long-established sale here, Breeze Up sale, and it's the only sale in Ireland, and it makes sense for both Tattersalls and Gores Bridge to get together and to run this sale. Tell us about Breeze Up. So we're talking about 2-year-olds that have been bought probably as yearlings. Bought as yearlings. The vast majority will be bought as yearlings. For instance, our September sale in Tattersalls would be a source of many of those. They are produced by very professional people. They breeze over 3 furlongs. About 30% of the Breeze Up horses will actually end up as 2-year-old winners, and about 50% of the Breeze Up horses are winners, you know. So it's a very logical source of horses for people who want to actually put a horse in train, a flat horse in training. They're popular and they're successful. Now, last year, Gores Bridge sold a filly called East, who went on to finish runner-up in a Breeders' Cup, if I remember. She did indeed. It just happened to be produced by a person called Katie Walsh. Right. And hopefully, all going well, we'll have a second East here this year. We won't say no. But it's easy to see how popular they are. I mean, owners just don't have to pay bills over the over the winter, do they? They don't. You know, obviously broken ridden. You can see it breeze over a distance as well. It gives you an opportunity to see the temperament of the horse as well, and it allows you to narrow that gap between actually buying the horse and when you see it actually in the parade ring ready to race. How many horses are you going to catalogue? We're going to catalogue with about 210 horses. We'll have some additional horses in there, what we call a wild card, and we'll bring them here to breeze over approximately 3 furlongs on the day before the sale. Exciting times, and well done, Matt. Thanks for joining us, and have a good sale. Thanks, Robert. Thank you. Here's Brian.
That is the Gores Bridge sale, of course. They'll breeze here at Fairyhouse. They used to breeze at Goran Park, but now, of course, Tattersalls buying the from Gores Bridge, and now to be branded the Tattersalls Gores Bridge sale. And that's one for your diary, of course. The Tattersalls Sales Complex just directly across the road here from Fairyhouse. The I&H Stallion Owners EBF Novice Handicap is a series final, as we alluded to before the break. 4-1 your market leader, My Sister Sarah. That's number 12 in your paper. The Martha Line mare for Willie Mullins and Ruby Walsh. 4-1 from 9-2. 13-2, the Gunnar Murphy. That's number 13. Mark riding for Joseph O'Brien, first handicap. The Gunnar Murphy Insult, number 15, 8-1. 12-1, Ronald Pump. Invincible Cave is a 12-1 shot. And then there's a host of about 14-1. Chungay, Thomas Lockley's The Red Menace. De Boucher, if he came back to his bumper form, but he's been a bit disappointing, a bit, probably more than a bit, over hurdles, but has the ability. 16-1 for Mags Mullins, and Danny, of course, who went also close to win the National yesterday, Isle of Hope and Dreams. And number 21 is also trained by Willie Mullins, the mount of Katie O'Farrell, the Westerner mare. If You Catch Me Now, 25-1 into 16-1.
Yeah, we've got some interesting runners for our next race, and really competitive. It is the INHS Stallion Owners Novice Handicap Hurdle Series final. The first that we're going to go to look at is My Sister Sarah, the mount of Ruby Walsh for William Mullins, and what a good winter she's had. She's won a lot of races. She's a real big player here. Last time out she ran at Cheltenham, and she ran in the Mayor's Novice, just found wanting on that occasion, but she'd been a good winner when beating Western Victory before that.
Number 13 is the Gunnar Murphy, trained by Joseph O'Brien, 1 of 5 for Joseph in it. Stayed on very well last time behind Discord Antley. Wears cheek pieces and a tongue tie to help it out. That was over 2 miles, 4 furlongs the last time. The step up to 3 miles should definitely help.
15 is Insult, a Scorpion gelding, trained by Henry de Bromhead, ridden by Rachel Blackmore, who rode our last winner. Done nicely when it beat opposite attract, and final listed punches down easy enough the last time after a nice promising run. Had some over before that. Lightly raced, only the 2 runs. Lacks maybe a bit of experience.
Tune Gaia, number 3, is interesting, trained by Joseph O'Brien, and looks to be an improver, this 6-year-old son of Walk in the Park. Last run at Punchestown in February, and fell at the last. He might have won that. He was going really well. He'd been beaten into, what, 6th place behind Commander of Fleet before that at Leopardstown in their February meeting.
Number 4 again is for the Matthew Smith stable, who's seen plenty of today. He bought this one for only €1,000. It struggled off a mark of about 103 for a while, but then it got in a run and won 3. It went up £13 for its last win, so it just might be on the wrong side of the handicapper at this stage.
EBF Novice hurls to be qualified to run it. It's a good pot, 55,000, worth about over 30 grand to the winner, and a right bunch of animals in it. You'll often get maybe, there's a few mares in it, but you often get a horse that develops into a nice chasing horse coming over it as well.
Yeah, something like Chungaya could fit that bill. A horse Joseph O'Brien thought enough of to run in Group 1, or Grade 1 company, and has some plenty place for him in graded company as well. So a big horse could be better over fences, like you said, Ted.
Remember a horse won a long time ago called Jack Coy. I got him afterwards the day Willie Rock trained him. He won it here one day, and he went on to be a right good chaser. Second Irish National, won a Whitbread and a Tri-Town chase. Handy bit of a horse, but he came out of this academy along the way as well too.
For a small horse, you gave him a go in an English national too, did you?
Yeah, he did, yeah. He fell into the chair with David Casey. He was a bit small for it, really, but he done his best. It was a big chair that time. It was kind of an armchair and a couch and everything wrapped into one.
Number 7 is one I find an interesting horse, Invincible Cave. He looked very, very impressive when winning a point-to-point for Donegal Doyle. Has a dam by Invincible Spirit, which should give plenty speed, but he seems to want every inch of 3 miles. Had been disappointing on the track, and then won last time by 36 lengths in Thurles.
I thought the favourite gave away whatever chance she may have in Cheltenham with her jumping. She was very deliberate. She got very clean and high and gave away a lot of ground. She ran all right. If she comes down a bit lower here and attacks these with a little bit more zest, she'd have a big shout if Cheltenham hasn't taken the edge off her.
I think Debouché is interesting, really hard to win with, but got lots of quality. Been runner-up on 4 occasions, and it'll be interesting to see how Danny can maybe get a bit of magic out of him, because he's got bags of class. Danny's birthday today, 27 years old he is, Danny. Forming a bit of a line. Here they go. Here's Richard.
Forming a big line, Robert, but that's it. They're racing. It's the INH Stallion Owners EBF Novice Handicap Hurdle Grade B contest over the 3-mile trip, and as they head away on the inside, Magnum, the first to show. The Shunter and Shungaya are prominent, and right up there too is Denwork, and they're being followed in the orange cap by the White Volcano. Lighthouse Warrior is wide. Insult is widest of all. Rachel Blackmore, change of cap this one. Then just inside is Dream Conti, and the red cap. Inside these again is Bootlegger for the Edward O'Grady team. Has a Grade 1 entry next week at Punchestown, a winner last time, 25 to 1. Sapphire Lady is next, and they're being followed by Plan of Attack. If You Catch Me Now is in the middle of the group with a clear flight number 1, and Roll Again just rolled over on top of the Shunter a little there, but no harm done. Thermistocles is the one with the white face down the inside as they continue now to make their way on the turn. That'll bring them on towards flight 2, and it is Magnum who leads from Roll Again in second, Shungaya the Shunter, and then comes the White Volcano, the Gunner Murphy, just behind these. Lighthouse Warrior not far off them, and they're being chased down the inside Denmark, and inside this again is If You Catch Me Now, and then Plan of Attack is the cheek piece runners. They land over that one and continue down to make their way down along the side of the track towards flight 3. Magnum leads from Roll Again, the White Volcano, the Gunner Murphy, Shunter and Shungaya. Insult wide of Lighthouse Warrior. Sapphire Lady is next in the yellow, and then Brosna George is in behind this one. Insult is wide. Dream Conti is wider again. Denmark's the grey. On the inside is aforementioned the yellow Jigginstown cap. Then back in the field to My Sister Sarah, the green cap, green and red half jacket. This one sitting in behind Bootlegger. Lighthouse Warrior just snatched at that one. Debouché's towards the back of the field. Also towards the back is Ronald Pump. Ponteven is last but one. Last of all is Invincible Cave as they make the turn into the straight first time now, heading towards flights 4 and 5. And it's Magnum and Robert Power who lead them in from Roll Again in second, Paul Townend aboard. The Shunter is third. Now the mount of Adam Short. That's the reserve that got a run. Down the inside is Shungaya and JJ Slevin in the white cap. Just outside this one is the White Volcano, the orange cap of Conor Maxwell. Lighthouse Warriors just outside, Philip Enright aboard, and this one's being followed in the centre by Plan of Attack under Hugh Morgan as they land over that one. Shungaya, the one that was a little awkward, as they make their way on now towards the next. This is flight number 5, and it's Magnum from Roll Again, Shungaya, the Shunter, If You Catch Me Now, the Gunner Murphy, White Volcano, then Plan of Attack, Lighthouse Warrior, Insult the near side of Denmark, and aforementioned the inside, and they're being followed out over this one by Dream Dream Conti, Sapphire Lady, and just in behind aforementioned Bootlegger, just lost a stride and jumping there. And they're being followed by Brosna George. Over on the far side, Thermostocles. Further back to Debussy on the inside is the Red Menace, rather on the outside. On the inside behind this one is My Sister Sarah, who has just got a couple behind there, Ponteven, and the one that's dropped right out is Invincible K. Ronald Pump, one I missed there. It has 3 behind. So up the hill they go, making the way towards flight 6 and 7. Magnum, the White Volcano, Roll Again, the Shunter, Shun Gaia, Insult, the least experienced run in the field. Just the 2 runs, but 1 win is keen towards the outside. Lighthouse Warriors in the slipstream. Dream Conti's wider out of this one as they take the first of the climbing flights. Plan of Attack and Bootlegger are in mid-division as they continue up the hill. If You Catch Me Now, and the blue cap is next with the aforementioned yellow down the inside. Denwork is in that group too, as Bootlegger's just outside it. Ronald Pump is trying to pick up a couple of positions from the back. A mistake there by Plan of Attack, and Denwork's unshipped and gone as they make their way into the top end now, and one that's dropping out now as they make their way towards the top, and turn Magnum leads from Roll Again, Lighthouse Warrior. Then Shun Gaia on the inside. They're bunching up a little bit at this point, but Magnum leads from in second. Lighthouse Warrior, Roll Again, Shun Gaia the Shunter. Then just behind them, the white cap of the Gunner Murphy. Out wide is Sapphire Lady with Brosna George trying to make a bit of ground behind the White Volcano. My Sister Sarah's behind a wall of horses, and Ronald Pump is in that group. Behind them, Debussy with Thermistocles. They're very, very tightly bunched as they head across the back straight. Andy, you'll do well to pick a winner from here.
Yeah, there's an absolute whole heap of them in with chances. There's 2 I think who are very much enjoying their passage around. That's Mark Walsh on the Gunner Murphy. Everything's happened well for him. He's in a lovely position. The horses jump very well. And another one a bit further back, aforementioned, is down the inner and Dunamyler. He'll have a bit of a traffic problem maybe to get through from where he is, but he's been jumping lovely and is travelling very well at the moment.
Well, travelling in front is Roll Again. Paul Townend has gone to the front as they take their way out of the back straight. Magnum is prominent as Lighthouse Warrior the same. Down the inside, Shun Gaia insults a faller. Rachel Blackmore's down as Insult is out of it and slightly hampers Dream Conti in doing so. Now they continue along the side of the track, making their way on towards the neck. She's sitting up, and in front it is Roll Again from Lighthouse Warrior. If You Catch Me Now has made ground on the outside of the Gunner Murphy. They're being followed by Shun Gaia, just switching off the rail for a little bit of room, as Andy pointed out, is aforementioned. Behind them, Ronald Pump gets into it. Sapphire Lady has ridden. Bootlegger's trying to get into it. My Sister Sarah's on the move now as they make their way on the run towards the home turn. They've half a mile to race and 2 to jump, and in front it is still Roll Again from the Gunner Murphy. Then Lighthouse Warrior the outside of Shun Gaia. Just in behind these, If You Catch Me Now, aforementioned Thermistocles. Ronald Pump, My Sister Sarah comes widest of all into the straight, but plenty more to give as they begin to straighten up now towards home, and it's Roll Again who leads, but the Gunner Murphy comes in the centre, and they're being followed in behind and third by Shun Gaia. If You Catch Me Now has asked for effort. Ronald Pump is just behind them. Thermistocles, My Sister Sarah's over on the near side as they make their way now between the final 2. Roll Again, the Gunner Murphy has gone to the front. Near side, Ronald Pump comes to challenge. If You Catch Me Now is between them. Now My Sister Sarah's come under pressure, going towards the final one. It's Ronald Pump and Keith Donoghue with the Gunner Murphy and Mark Walsh. Roll Again is next, but If You Catch Me Now, final flight. Ronald Pump gets away from it the quickest and begins to lengthen up towards the line. It is Ronald Pump who's going to take it in good style. If You Catch Me Now stays on strongly for second, but Ronald Pump beats If You Catch Me Now, the Gunner Murphy, and then aforementioned with Roll Again. My Sister Sarah, Shun Gaia and Thermistocles, and they're clear from Lighthouse Warrior, and in behind this one was Bootlegger, and further back to Plan of Attack, and Debussy was in fact the final finisher because Magnum pulled up, so did Sapphire Lady, Ponteven, the Shunter, Brosna George and the White Volcano. All cried enough and pushed and pulled up, but it's another Easter Festival winner for Matthew Smith. Keith Donoghue had a winner yesterday, and so did Matthew Smith with Maeve's Choice. This one goes to number 4 on your card, Ronald Pump, bred by Whitley Stud and Tony Mee and owned by the Laois Limerick Syndicate, and another one for Matthew Smith.
Oh, talk of excitement. There were half a dozen of them in it at the last, but this is the one that came out ahead, and this is Ronald Pump. Keith Donoghue, well done.
Yeah, it was the Roll Again led him into the straight, and he ran a big race. The Gunner Murphy, I thought, was going to come to you, Andy, with a winning chance, but Keith Donoghue sneaks Ronald Pump on the extreme right of your picture there, just on the inside of My Sister Sarah, and he's the one that delivers last and gets up to win.
Yeah, think from about this stage, there was really only one winner. When Keith gave a shove to Ronald Pump and hit him a slap, he was really getting going. And I think down over the last, he always had the measure of the Gunnar Murphy. An amazing performance by Matthew Smith, who wouldn't have a huge number of horses. He picked this lad up for only €1,000, and he's won well. As I pointed out before the race, this horse struggled off low marks like 103 and 104. He repeatedly got beaten in handicaps, and now he's gotten on a roll and won off 136. And he's going to get a hike for that. He's a horse that's now up into the 140s.
Yeah. He just needs 3 miles though, doesn't he? He got beat over 2.5 two runs ago, and he was on a hat trick for 3 miles.
If You Catch Me Now ran well too for Katie O'Farrell, stays on well. And it was a lot of them, the handicapper done a fair job there now. He has 6 or 7 of them with a chance to go down to the last. Any more than that you can't look for. My sister Sarah got badly interfered with, the horse fell down the back. Don't know if she'd have been much closer. She was in front of Ronald Pump at one stage, but he's finished home well. Nice one for Keith Donoghue as well. Keith struggled with his weight all his life, but he's got a master under the last while, and I suppose Tiger Roll gave him a fair old incentive to keep it down as well too.
He does. What he probably does now, I think he has a certain weight that he doesn't go below. I don't know if it's 11.4 or something like that, and that keeps him in better shape. I think before he was trying to do lighter weights, and it was probably putting himself under too much pressure. And it was the weight was yo-yoing.
He's a lovely rider, Keith. Gets in nice and low there. He's strong, left hand, keeps up to his job. He's a local man as well too. Matthew has this horse running a tongue tie, as we said yesterday. Matthew certainly gets a fair tune out of these horses. It's a great day for him to win. He's local as well, or relatively local to Fairyhouse. Tom?
Yeah, words of praise there, Keith, for your good self from Ted Walsh. Given how many were in contention turning for home here, that must have been especially satisfying, I suspect.
Yeah, I dropped him in to get him settled, Matthew said to get him settled, but try not leave him too much to do. And we're going a good gallop. We come by here, going up the side, I started to make a bit of ground. I got a lovely position going across Ballyhack, and I was happy to just sit. And, he probably picked up a bit quicker than I thought he would. Maybe got there a bit soon, but he done it well.
I was about to say, the one thing this horse does do emphatically is stay. He's all about stamina in this 3 mile distance.
He is. I think that's 4 wins now over 3 mile, and he's gone well up in the handicap, and to win a big handicap here in Fairyhouse, he's definitely improving. He's a good horse.
And live on national television, just summarise the season, the campaign, how it's gone for you.
So it's been brilliant, with Tiger Roll, my first grade 1 winner, to have a winner here yesterday. Having winners here at Fairyhouse means a lot, because you grow up, and only 5 minutes over the road, you grow up coming here and you dream of having winners, so it's brilliant to find winners here.
A local winner, long may it continue. Keith Donoghue, well done.
Yes, well done, Keith. A super ride by him. Great training performance by this man beside me, Matt Smith, of course, who had a winner with Maeve Choice as well here at the festival. Great couple of days for you. Well done. We were just saying a super ride by Keith.
Yeah, brilliant ride. Brilliant ride.
He's a real digger of a horse. We're just saying, he's a lovely horse. The way he did it there today is genuine as anything.
Oh, he is. He wants to win. Even at home, piece of work around. He loves his work, loves riding out, and wants to win. But,
and this will be your local track, of course. You're not far from here training.
Yeah, only 20 minutes away. Yeah.
And you must have been delighted with the Maeve Choice.
Yeah, over the moon. It looks brilliant day to get a winner, and even today.
Come out of the race well?
Yeah, it seems fine. Ed up last night. Seems fine, so probably go to Punchestown next week with him.
Yeah. Which race will he go?
There's the 3 mile handicap hurdle on Thursday.
Yeah. And as you say, this fella really, really genuine, and that's a hat-trick over this trip.
Yeah, we were going to go to Aintree with him after his last win, but it was just probably a little bit soon, so we said we'd come here instead. And to be honest, a couple of days ago, his last piece of work, I was just a bit iffy about it, and it was nearly 50-50 whether to run him or not, but he seemed in good form, so we said we'd run him.
I bet you're glad you did now.
Yeah, delighted.
Matt, well done. Many congratulations. Thank you. See you at Punchestown.
Yep.
Well done. Well done, all concerned. Ronald Pump, son of Chaparelli. He was a decent horse, good stayer. Certainly bred one here. Relishes the trip.
Keith is a good horseman too. Does a lot of hunting. Gordon said many old tricky horses he has in the yard. He lets this man do the schooling on him in the afternoon and gives him his head there. Does a great job with him. Takes him out hunting with the wards and whatever days hunting is on.
He'd be great friends with Paul Carberry.
Used to be with Paul a lot as a young fella. Yeah.
Paul would have given him a good schooling anyway.
You'll plenty jumping anyway, that's for sure.
He got an eye injury out hunting. He got a belt of a tree out hunting, and he got bits and pieces removed out of his eye. But it gave him a problem for a long time afterwards. And then he started weeping or something again later. So he went back into hospital. And about 6 months after the original injury, they pulled a big lump of wood out that was behind his eye for the entire time.
Jesus.
So he was lucky not to lose it.
My God, he's full 10 out of 10 for that now. He's a tall man, Keith. Like, he does well even at 11, 6 or 7. There's fellas as tall as Keith going around there about 14 stone.
He's a bit broad as well, yeah. You'll see some lads are tall but narrow, and the weight tends to be not too bad with them. And some of the lads even riding the flat will be quite tall, but they're very narrow bills. But Keith has a big set of shoulders on him too.
It's great he came back then, because he could have been lost to the game, and all irrespective of the few quid he's earning, the achievements, riding Tiger Roll to win 2 cross-country races, and I'm sure if something happened to Davy tomorrow morning, God forbid, that this man would be riding him if he was running a national, because Gordon loves him.
Best wishes to Barry Geraghty as well. There aren't many Easter festivals that are without Barry, but Barry took a pearler of a fall, and he's out of Fairyhouse and of Punchestown, and he's going to be joining us at Punchestown, which is great. Look forward to meeting you there, Barry. So this good prize, nice prize, the Irish National Hunt Stallion Owners Series final goes to Ronald Pump and Keith Donoghue and Matt Smith. Here's Brian.
Oh, yeah, really good performance from the son of Chaparral, of course, who stands alongside Cave Tara over at Overbury Stud, another son of Monson Chaparral, and this horse is certainly on the improve. That was a most impressive performance from horse and jockey Ronald Pump and Keith Donoghue, of course, who was in the winners and closer yesterday when Jim Draper's Sizing Cole won here after we came off air. Ronald Pump at 12-1 wins by 2 lengths from If You Catch Me Now, second 16-1, third the Gunnar Murphy at 7-1, fourth aforementioned at 20-1, and in fifth place was Roll Again, who ran well at 20-1. Their horses are going to win lots of races in the next period of time. Certainly some chases in the making as well, but Ronald Pump from the all-conquering local stable of Matthew Smith, steered with aplomb by Keith Donoghue, wins the big Novice Handicap Hurdle Series final. We have the big race coming up, of course, the Ribo Partnership Handicap Hurdle. Lots of horses fancied in that, and en route to the break, Tom Lee has caught up with somebody who might point us in the right direction. All yours, Tom.
Yes, indeed. Joining me today, Danny Mullins, 27 today. Many happy returns, Danny.
Thank you. Yeah, sure. A little bit older and hopefully a bit wiser.
Well, a bit wiser, because one you might not be too wise about is a mare you've never ridden before, but get the ride in this big race in the 440. Ask Susan, what can you tell us about her?
Yeah, Ask Susan. You know, a handicapper coming to Willie's, they always seem to improve. I've sat in her at home and she's going nicely in here near off minimum weight as well. But you know, it's a 100 grand handicap. You've a past champion hurdle winner, Cheltenham winners, multiple grade 1 winners, and Nicky Henderson is not bringing over his one for a day out. So it's a very competitive race, but I'm quite happy on my one.
And you talk about the minimum weight, 9 stone 10, that wouldn't be for everybody, but you can do that with ease?
Not particularly with ease. I'd like to think they have a good chance anyway. Ken Whelan is my agent, and he just told me a few days ago that there's a chance of this one, so I've just been keeping an eye on it. But you know, for the good handicaps and always one with a chance of winning, I'm willing to make the sacrifice.
And fair to say, a chance of winning, you'd be at least middlingly hopeful.
Yeah, I'd be very hopeful that she'll run a big race. In races of this standard, it'd be a foolish comment to say you'd be sure you'd win, but I'd be hoping for the best.